on a day like this. Oh, Lord, help me. Hey guys, welcome back. Of course, you know this channel is created to help teachers, whether you're online, at home, homeschooling, or you're in a brick and mortar classroom. And a lot of people have just been thrust into the role of teacher. And I'm talking at you, Mom, I'm talking at you, Dad. And so I have a lot of tips and tricks, some ideas that might help get you through this COVID-19. What am I doing? So we want to make sure that we do everything we can to help you get through this safely, sanely, and help your children learn something and to take away a few tips from that. First, a couple practical things that would help your child go through this time period and really help you is if you set a schedule for your child and for you. So you know exactly when school starts, so do they. You know when lunch will be, so do they. And you know when the day will be over. This will truly help because then your child will know when it starts. And of course they're not going to want to start school, just like you don't want to go off to work or you don't want to have to log onto the computer and get started on your work at home. You want to relax, and that is normally what they would do at home. I hope that you have a safe and beautiful and loving home life, and they feel comfortable and relaxed there. But these times are different, and so we want to create a space that is specifically designed for school, whether that's your kitchen table simply, or maybe that is in the floor of the living room, or wherever that space is specifically designed for school, and that's where you're going to meet each day. And each day you start on time, and each day you let them go to lunch on time, and it's the same time every day. They know what to expect and when to expect it, so that will help ease their fears of it being an all day, all night, you know, drudged on school day, like the child's worst nightmare, you know. So we want to alleviate some of that, and that will alleviate some of the reluctance and maybe some of the feisty and naughty behavior that you may be seeing in your child. Secondly, we want to be patient yet firm on any work that must be done for the school districts. So if it must be done, just be gentle and firm, but remember to be patient with them as they complete it. Remember that this is not forever, that summer truly is coming and they won't have to do that. But they are not really in summer break right now, even though they may feel like they are. And so you want to remind them that we're doing all of these measures to keep themselves safe, but they need to be a part of the solution as well. And so that for them means doing their homework and doing their schoolwork at home. And we can remind them that they can be a part of the solution, just like all of us are trying to be. Next, on to some funner tips and maybe a few ideas. I just went around my house and right before this video, and I just grabbed just everything that I could find in my own house. I don't have kids, so I know that if you do have children, you're going to have a lot more things at your disposal. These are just a few things that I can find. So as for a reward system, something like this is easily printed off the internet. And these are just stars, obviously. You could do tallies. You could even, you know, if you don't have a printer, you can find a coloring page and color a sheet and put stars on it for each day that they complete a task. So for older students, maybe it's for each day they do well, they get a star. For younger students, each task they complete, they get a star, and you find where your child's at in the middle, and then put a big prize at the end of it. You know, if they do really well this week, then they get to buy that new Xbox movie, they get to maybe Xbox game, maybe they get to watch a movie, maybe you get to order a pizza, something. You find what works for your child and set a reward for them at the end of the week or the end of 2 weeks, or if your child is really having difficulties, maybe just making it at the end of the day. Just if they complete all of the tasks and they get X amount of stars, you give it to them at the end of the day. Please, and if you want to watch my other video from 2 weeks ago, please do, on making sure that you do honor your word, be a trustworthy source. That will be your best friend during this time. Be somebody they can trust during this time. Okay, and there are a few other things I have, as you can see. I have some flashcards. So if you're trying to teach your child to read, something that is fun for children to do is scavenger hunts and games. You can create easy games by, let's just say I'll take the letter M, and I might say, M says, milk, mouse, movie, mighty, Mickey Mouse. I might think of all these words I could think of, and they're with me. We might go around and look in the house to as many things as we can find. We might go into the refrigerator and look for as many things as we can find for that letter M. We might practice that letter over and over again. We might try to read blends together. We might try to read words together. If they are in kindergarten, that's an excellent thing to do to help them. If you're driving, maybe you're going from, from here to there or whatever the situation is. Of course, we're quarantined, most of us, into our homes, like it or love it, like it or lump it, but when you're driving, you can see street signs and you can say, what letter do you see? And that's good for even not during this time, for any time when you're having a child read, you could do that. Of course, you have storybooks, reading a story to them, maybe their favorite story, and if they're younger, I just have some younger books here. If they're younger, making them count how many chicks, show you where the different items are, what color is the sun, all of those things will help. And instead of making it so much like, what color is this? You crazy person, tell me what color this is. Ease up, it's okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Another thing you can do is if a child is telling time, you can easily teach a child to tell time by telling him he has to tell you when his lunch is. So you teach him how to tell time, you work on it, and then show him when the time hits that 12 o'clock mark, then that's lunchtime, and he will be telling time all day because he is now in charge of telling the time to tell you when lunch is. These are some simple, easy tricks to help you. Of course, you have blocks. If you have Legos at home or those big building blocks, you can count numbers. I have on mine some different numbers on each of these cubes. You can't see, they're pretty small, but you can do that. You could do scavenger hunts. You can, maybe you're working with an older child, maybe a 5th or 6th grade student, and you're working on fractions. A lot of children struggle with fractions, and that's a common thing. And so don't get frustrated if your child is struggling in an area and you can't seem to figure it out. It's okay. I'm here to tell you as a teacher, it's okay. It's okay, Mom. It'll be okay. Ease back, take a different approach. That's what we do in the classroom. If we can't figure it out, we step back for a second and say, what's a different approach that I can use? Maybe if I'm more relaxed, this child might learn in a different way. So here's another tip you could do. You could say, okay, you know what? You guys have been so good today. Today math class is in the kitchen. What a great opportunity for you because you have your children at home. You have your whole house available to you. So go bake some cookies. Go bake some chocolate chip cookies. Have them read those fractions to you and have them work and pour the fractions in and how many eggs and all of that thing. Plus, it's just great bonding time and a delicious snack. So if you do that, let me know and come into your house. And then a few other things you could do for older students is playing Clue, playing Sorry. If you've got mixed level students, meaning you've maybe got some younger and some middle aged, Sorry is a great game that you can play. It's simple. They pick up a card, they tell you what number it is, they count the spaces, they pick what color. It's a very simple, rudimentary game that is fun, it's relaxing, but it also is teaching. Another game that I might play with junior high students or high school students, if they can handle it, would be Monopoly or any game like Risk or someone that has high level thinking skills. So those are just a few tips that you can use. Of course, there's many things that you can use if you just get creative. I had a teacher at school tell me one time, creativity is not a talent, it's an effort. So just remember this, Mom, just remember this, Dad, just get creative. If you're having a hard time with that student, just get creative. Put them in a nice structured environment. Kids thrive under structure. They thrive knowing what is right, what is wrong. When are they going to be let go from prison? Okay, they want to know when they're going to be able to move about the country freely, and it's not, 9 o'clock. You got to get your start on your work. Then 9:30. I told you to get started on your work. And then 11 o'clock. Why aren't you out of your PJs and starting on your work? And then everybody's frustrated. Dad comes home or whatever the situation looks like in your house during this time. And it's just, everybody's on each other. Just tell your child we're going to start at 8 o'clock. That's when they normally would start, or whatever works for you in your house. We're going to start at X time. We're going to be done at X. That'll be your school day. And then the rest of it is your normal playtime. We're going to pick all the school stuff up. We're going to put it away. And so please make sure that you're maybe doing a few of those things. Let me know if you have any questions that I can help you with, that I can answer for you. I feel for you. My husband and I are praying for you and your family at this time, for our country. And I would like to do so now with you, if that would be okay, praying for your student, praying for your family, and I'll do so at this time. Dear God in heaven, Lord, please help our country. Please help these students. Please help these teachers as they're trying to teach their students, these parents, as they're trying to do their very best because they love their children. And Lord, please help America to be healed. God bless America. We love you. Amen. All right, I do want to say this. At the end of the day, Mom, at the end of the day, Dad, if you feel like, why I just can't do it, or you're frustrated, or you're struggling, please remember this. We as teachers know you're not the teacher. And we know that you are doing the very best you can. But something that you can do better than no one else can do is be the parent to that child. You are the best parent that that child could ask for. And so the fact that you're trying, that you in many cases had to maybe leave a job situation, move things around, maybe you're a grandparent trying to do this, I know, and the school districts know, that you are doing the very best you can. And so I applaud you for that. I thank you for trying to continue. And if for some reason it just is not working and you're struggling, just remember when the school gets back into session and we get back rolling, your teachers are going to be there with arms open, ready to pick up where your child struggled, and ready to help you and team up with you as we always have. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was helpful to you. If you have a question, or maybe you have some concerns or thoughts, maybe you would like to contact me for a specific situation or a specific child that you're working with right now, don't hesitate to comment on this episode below. Comment below. It's hard to say my words today. Comment below, or you can email me if it's of a more personal nature. I'd be happy to talk to you. I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. Again, my email address will be at the end of this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. And now more than ever, friend, enjoy the journey.